And I had this brilliant idea to sit outside in Detroit, flowers, and just show the beautiful part of Detroit. And it didn't work so well. I had to keep stopping the camera, blasting music, people looking and honking their horn, and that's LaTrece, and she's recording it, blah, blah. I said, I give up.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Detroit Metro Plug podcast where connections matter. I'm Charles, your host of the Detroit Metro podcast, where I bring to you podcast interviews of Detroit area difference makers and entrepreneurs. And I am excited. We got definitely a difference maker on the podcast today. Our next guest is none other than LaTreace Cash. I'm going to read a little bit bio information about her, and I'll allow her to introduce herself. Our next guest is a graduate from Michigan State University, a BA in Communications, Arts, and Sciences. She also is a graduate of University of Phoenix with a master's in healthcare management, master's in business administration. LaTrece has always put community first, working for a nonprofit environment agency and human service agency early in her career. She is a two-time elected precinct delegate, former candidate of the Michigan State Democratic Disability Caucus, former vice chair of the 14th Congressional District. She is a social media influencer, political activist, campaign volunteer, including serving for the late state representative W. Isaac Robinson, who nicknamed LaTreace Cash Cam during a press conference where she was there and present. She has used her social media platform as a political activist in the Detroit area. She's covered Detroit Charter Water Commissions. Um, she has been involved in promoting her platform, dealing with issues with police harassment. She has done things with the Democratic Party convention as well. Um, she has received various awards. I won't go into all of them, just highlight a few. In 2019, she was elected Precinct Delegate of the Year for her social media platform influence in the community. She also has been served as an extra in a movie, which is called "They Come Up," the Come Up movie, the
The
Come Up
come up
movie.
the movie.
Yeah,
Yes, the
Come
come
Up
up the
movie,
movie.
Come Up the movie.
Yes.
She in October 2021, she launched her new TV show called Recharge Your Business, and it is on the Raven International Media TV network, which you
Yes.
can find it on Roku, Amazon Fire, and also the website www.careersfromhometv.com. So,
Yes.
ladies and
It's a lot.
gentlemen, let us welcome our next guest,
Yes.
LaTreace Cash. So, you mind telling our
Hi.
audience a little bit about yourself?
Well, hello, Charles, and a little bit about myself. First, I want to say hello to you. You've been my Facebook friend for, I don't know, about 3, 4 years, maybe a little longer. And it's a pleasure seeing you again. It's been quite a while. I'm LaTreace Cash, live here in Detroit, Michigan. Um, Transplant, grew up in Chicago, moved here. mm, Grade school or so. And then, of course, graduated Michigan State, all that other stuff. Even when I was an undergrad, volunteer, was involved in the Black Caucus, Minority Video, my Black Notes Minority Video Productions. I got to say it right. Um, Environmental agency, learned about recycling, did their PR as a student, got hired in full time, just done a lot of stuff, always volunteering, always giving back to the community. If something needs to be done, something needs to get out, that's what I do. I started my social media platform, in which now it blossomed into LaTreace Cash Communications, and it's a registered EIN. And so I started that even before I was a precinct delegate, going to the different meetings, National Action Network, going to D15 protests for fair wages, going to the Democratic Convention, the different caucus meetings they have, and I just started recording. And then, of course, recording when I go to other events, that are politically and community related. And it just blossomed from there into the LaTreace Cash Communications. I enjoy what I do. It's not work. And so that's one of the hints for anybody that wants to be an entrepreneur. And in regards to my show that I started in October, I made a pitch on Clubhouse. And that's one suggestion that I have for people is to join Clubhouse, search the groups. You will find anything that you're interested in. You'll find anything that you're interested in, and you follow those groups and you just sit and listen. Sometimes different groups, they will have moderators who will say, hey, I'm having an open call for this. I'm auditioning people for a show, for a talk show. I'm looking for entrepreneurs that I want to sponsor. And you go on Clubhouse and you can find anything. And I was searching through Clubhouse and I listened to this group once and they had a posting that looking for people to audition for a show. And I went and there was like 5 people in the room. First guy, he got shot down. Second person was me. I said, well, I got a shot. I got a social media a little bit. I'm thinking a little bit. I got the show. And so that's where it started. And different meetings and discussing what did we want to do. And the whole idea for Raven Blair Glover was that she wanted a network talking about entrepreneurs and the pandemic. And so everybody came up with a show concept and the name of their show. And here we are today on careersfromhometv.com, Roku, Amazon Fire. Recharge your business with LaTreace. If you go on the website, it's easy to find. And just look for me in the yellow shirt looking crazy. I am the pilot show. Yeah, I am the pilot show. And ironically, it is so hard to just sit and record yourself. And I had this brilliant idea to sit outside in Detroit, flowers, and just show the beautiful part of Detroit. And it didn't work so well. I had to keep stopping the camera, blasting music, people looking and honking their horn, and that's LaTreace, and she's recording and blah blah. I said, I give up. So that the pilot was probably like 20 minutes of uninterrupted nonsense, but it was good. And so my first episode, I did Ashe Khan. They call him the Gorilla King, and he is a director producer for the Come Up the movie. And I've also been in a couple of his skits, nothing major. In a couple of the skits, but he started different businesses and he started a business during the pandemic also. And so we discussed that with him. And you have to go to my show and you can watch that. Who else? He was the first pilot. Ashe Khan is for episode 1. Episode 2 is Samantha Van, who is my sister in Elite Women Organization.
Okay.
Hello to Elite Women Organization and our CEO, Carol Dorsey. And Samantha has Creative Odyssey, where she talks about her creative gifts and retiring from DPS School District and starting this nonprofit, arts related for people of all ages. And then who was the other one? Oh, Miss Penny. Miss Penny okay. Started a holistic retreat for seniors in North Carolina. And that was inspired by the struggles that her daughter went through and the holistic retreat her daughter went to. Unfortunately, her daughter didn't want to take treatments for her illness. So unfortunately she passed, but it was an inspiration for Miss Penny. And Miss Penny started this retreat, tiny houses, seniors dancing, line dancing, going to dinners, massages, the whole bit. And it's great. It's wonderful to listen to her talk about it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's 4. I have 2 more episodes that are uploaded. They will start our air at 3 p.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday. Recharge your business. And my name is LaTreace Cash. The next episodes are with Cynthia Mullins. locally here from Berkeley, Michigan. She was a Pilates instructor, started her business. Somebody randomly contacted her, and so now she's a brand ambassador for a athleisure wear company, and you have to watch that. She's amazing.
Okay.
And the other episode, I gotta think about it. I gotta think about it.
That's okay.
The other
So
episode,
how many
it's a
episodes
lot, huh?
how many episodes you have so far?
You know, the show launched in October,
Okay.
and I was going through this prep, and I actually recorded 6 episodes in 1 month.
Okay.
And so before Christmas, we had uploaded 4, went to Christmas break. And fortunately, I had 2 extra to upload. Over Christmas, I got sick with COVID,
Right.
and
Okay.
I feel great other than the
Glad you're doing
sniffles.
better. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you. Other than the sniffles and a little bit of congestion, I'm doing good. I've had about 5, 6 weeks, and I'm okay. So I need some more people. So if you are out there and you want to be interviewed by LaTreace Cash and you live in the Metro Detroit area or really anywhere in the country, we can do it by StreamYard. We can do it by Zoom. Uh, However you want to do it. I would like to hear from you. If you started a business during the pandemic and it's successful, let's talk. Get
Okay.
me on Instagram, cash underscore LaTreace underscore original. Yeah, Instagram.
Okay.
Instagram. Yep. And you can also check out some of my material on my YouTube page. I am Cash Cam, CAMM. And then I also gave you the links for my Facebook. I have 2 pages. Of course, contact me on my public page. I have Business Suite LaTreace Cash on Facebook. Thank you. What you want to ask me, Charles? Did I cover everything?
Yeah, you covered a lot in your introduction. I just
Okay.
want to backtrack because you have experience in different areas. I know
Yes.
this is kind of a new thing you're into with the far as having your own TV show. I know that you have experience with social media, with your page, being involved in the community, also serving in local democratic politics as well. So I'm
Yes.
going to get into all that. But I wanted to highlight your show because that's a new launch. You launched it in October,
October
and yeah,
2021.
and you shared a little bit about your connection with the Raven International Media Network. So, did you personally have a relationship with Raven Blair Glover, the owner of the network, beforehand, or you just stumbled across this audition thing, or how did that all come about?
It was a big stumble.
Okay,
I did not know Raven. I did not know who Raven was. Although Raven is a very big deal, I did not know who Raven was.
right,
Raven Glover won the Barack Obama Leadership Award.
right.
Um, I don't want to mess up the year. I want to say 2018. I don't want to mess up the year. But she won a Barack Obama Leadership Award, and she had been on national news stations. And so, yeah, she was a big deal. And like I said, it was very random. I'm a very random person. A lot of things and opportunities that come to me are random. And so I just searching Clubhouse looking, and I had gotten an invite, did not know what Clubhouse was. So I got addicted and just listening to different things. And I said, oh, I got to do this. I just might get it. You
Okay,
never know. Think positive, put the
right.
effort in there, and I got it. And then after talking to Raven, that's when I found out who she was.
So,
I had no clue.
did you have a desire to have your own show? I think you were doing something. I thought with the local AM radio.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay,
I was a guest host on 9:10 a.m. Livonia Pyramid Show many times, and hello to Livonia. And she was very inspirational and taught me a lot. 9:10 a.m. Eandre Otis and I had a test podcast called Otis and Cash Raw, and we did that at Podcast Detroit kind of like in the Cass area.
Okay.
Yeah, and that I don't know. We did that in 2019, I think, 2018.
2019. Okay.
And so fast forward, then we did the quarantine. Otis and I did the quarantine,
Okay.
and we interviewed people politically related, authors, people that are elected officials, people whose names were on the ballot, just whatever. And then I left the show, and the person that's there with him now is somebody we had actually interviewed before, and that is a great team, and I recommended her, and I still love her to the day. She's a really good
That's
friend.
that's great.
And so then I stayed at that station. We were at WJZZ, and I
Mhm.
stayed at the station, but I did my own show, the LaTreace Cash show. So
Okay.
it's three: Otis and Cash Bra, the quarantine, then LaTreace Cash. Now recharge your business with LaTreace on TV, my first TV.
Okay. So
Yeah.
have you always inspired to do media, radio, TV?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I got my bachelor's in communication. That was always my
Mhm.
goal. And over time, things change, of course, with social media, the internet. I'm old. We didn't have the internet then.
Right.
When I came out, yeah, when I graduated, I applied and auditioned for different networks locally and did not get anything. And so as a result, I wound up doing something else in human services.
Right. Okay.
And so another tip that I have for people is uh, things change. Be ready for that change.
Things change. Be ready for that change.
Be
Right.
ready for that change. Always be prepared. That's one of the Girl Scout and Boy Scout motto is to always be prepared. Another thing is um, always accept random opportunities. If somebody's offering you something and it doesn't cost you anything and it's coming from a good person and from a good place, take it. Show up. You never know what's going to happen. And I tell people this on my show. That's one of my advice I give people usually on every episode is to go for it. If you're an introvert and you're interested in something, there's a lot of Zoom and stuff now, but you can also take free classes and you don't have to say anything. And I real strongly suggest Clubhouse. You don't have to be a moderator. You don't have to speak if they invite you up to speak. Just sit and listen. You'll learn a lot and
Okay.
it'll push you towards your goal. So, in a time of a pandemic, and people have illnesses and disabilities and they don't want to go out the house and for whatever reasons, transportation, whatever, rework what works for you. What's a good word for it? My show is recharge your business.
Right.
Recharge yourself too.
Recharge yourself.
You have to that's the word, reinvent yourself.
Reinvent
So
yourself.
you have to identify who you are, what is your goal, and what interests you to get you to your goal. So my interest was media, and I saw a lacking in social media, and I took advantage of that. And that is, um, you have all of these government meetings, and they are on TV, but if you don't have access to it, what happens then? And people want to know what is happening from the public's viewpoint and what's
Mhm.
happening in the audience. When you watch things on closed circuit TV, they're just showing the meeting itself. You hear the noise in the background, but you don't know what's happening and what's being said, and you don't know the commentary. And that's what I provide is the commentary. I give you a 360 view. I'm going to give you the whole room, and it's not edited.
Okay.
And when I started doing this, I had people call me and text me and inbox me that they really appreciated that. And I've had elected officials call me and say, hey, I missed this meeting and I heard this happen or this what was said. And I say, yeah. And they say, did you get it on camera? I said, sure did. I said, here's the video. Go to this point in the video, this minute in the video, and just watch it. There's no confusion. There's no, oh, let me get this story from that person that read. No, just call LaTrece. She got it. Go look on the page. You got it. You go get it. Go look at the video.
You recorded videos with equipment or on your phone or something
You
else?
know, I I started with my phone, and the quality uh, of the phone is okay, depending on what kind of phone you have. And the sound was terrible. And so I wound up upgrading and upgrading. The best phones are the Apple iPhones. And so I've upgraded quite a bit. So I have two ring lights. I bought a tripod. I have a 4K camera. And when I record my interviews, I actually use iPads. iPads have the best sound, iPads have the best quality. And I have my tripods. Boom, that's it. And people always ask me, when you're going to come and interview me, because I go to location, when you're going to interview me, how many people are you bringing with you? And how long is it going to take? It's only me. It's a one woman job.
Okay.
I do need an assistant. And when that time comes, I'll put the word out and I will hire somebody, because yes, I do need an assistant. It's a lot of work because I have the TV show, I do the interviews and I record, and then
Right,
I have
right,
the stuff for the book, and
right.
need to throw some maybe you could sponsor me, Charles. Look, I gotta get back in the camera. I need a sponsor. I need to have a book signing. I want Charles McKay to sponsor me. How about that, Detroit Media Plug?
Detroit Metro Plug. Yeah, we can
Detroit
we
Metro.
can
Oh,
work
I
on
said
a.
it wrong. Detroit Metro Plug.
You
Look,
mean
I'm thinking media. Get that microphone.
So yeah, we could talk about you want to do like a special book signing or book?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be
okay.
nice.
Yeah, we can coordinate that. We'll talk
Yeah,
about that. But I
that would
wanted
be
to get
good.
back. We're going to talk about your community involvement, but I wanted to get back to your TV show. And
Yes.
when you finally, you had no idea who Raven Blair Glover was. She had this big online presence. She had this TV network. Um, you stumbled across this opportunity on Clubhouse about they were
Yes.
taking auditions, and you went
Yes.
after it, and they liked what they saw for your
Yes.
audition. So, what was it like when you first found out, like, oh, this is a really big deal? What's going? How did that
You
all come about?
um. So I auditioned, and I'm telling Raven about myself, and she's like, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. I don't know. And there was a second moderator, and she's going back. I call it backstage or your back room or whatever it's called. And you have to have your Instagram profile on there, your link. And so she's going through my Instagram profile, my Facebook profile, looking at my videos and my pictures real quick. And she comes back on. She was like, "No, Raven, I think you want her. I think you want her." And so we talked some more. And she said, "Okay, here's this email and or this link or whatever it is. And if you want to do this, this is what you say. It's like 2 words, 3 words, I want in or something to that effect." And I
Okay.
emailed her, and then she sent me a message back. Okay, schedule a meeting with me. And I scheduled the meeting, and we talked and we worked it all out, and boom, show.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
great.
it kind of works out like that for me. And I think part of that is I'm just creative and kind of on my own. I'm a little eccentric sometimes. I'm just like, I'll try it.
Mhm. Okay.
Hmm.
So, how do you your program format? How do you go about getting guests, and how is that? Is that all on you, or is that
It's
in
all me.
on conjunction with the Raven Network? Or
It's all me. All my guests are people that I have met, have been introduced to, or people I've already known. So Ashe Khan, I already knew him, and we're friends, and I've been in contact with him ever since we did the movie in 2019, and several other people in the movie. Um, there's a very nice lady. Her name is Sonia. We call her Vita by Sonia on her Instagram. I'm just going to give her a shout out. I'm supposed to interview her, haven't interviewed her yet.
okay,
We've had several meetings with a group of people, and Sonia has introduced me to a lot of people. One of which I interviewed on my show. I still have, so I uploaded 6 videos, and I still have another 5 interviews to go.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it's opportunities out there. So somebody hit me up in my inbox.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm sure people in our audience who will see this video, if they're interested in being on your show, they'll reach out to you. And we'll have your information in our show notes, your
Yeah.
websites, your email, and all your social media handles.
Thank you.
So is the show now explain the format? I know it's interviewing people who started business in the pandemic. Is it a weekly show? Is it live or how is it distributed? And how often does
Well,
it come on?
I record. The show is 30 minutes
30 minutes.
and I don't edit my shows.
Okay.
So I send it in. We have a way of sending the information in either by email or Dropbox. And they process the video. If it needs editing, they edit it and they post it. Each week is a different episode. And my show is Recharge Your Business. And it is every day, Monday through Friday. Well, actually, every week, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Each week is a different episode.
So it comes on every day?
Every day is one episode each week.
Oh, you mean one episode each week?
One episode each week,
One
3
episode each week.
p.m. Eastern Time.
3 p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm. Now, the very nice part of it is that the previous episodes you can still watch.
Okay.
Yeah, you can still watch. They're all uploaded, and you can still
Hmm.
watch the older episodes. Yeah, they're not going away.
So how do they find it on Roku and Apple Fire Stick?
Roku, it is Careers from Home TV, or
Careers
you
from
might
Home
want to
TV?
put in Raven Media
Okay.
International. For me, and I tell people the easiest way to find it is to go to careersfromhometv.com.
Okay. Well,
Careersfromhometv.com, and then go to Recharge Your Business, or you can just scroll up and you'll see my face. I got on a yellow shirt looking kind of crazy. I didn't like my makeup that day.
okay.
And that's it. You can watch the episodes and they're interesting. Some are 30 minutes, some are a little less than 30 minutes. And just hear what people have to say. And each person talks about their business, how they got involved in their business, why they're still there, how their business has progressed, and they give advice also on people who want to be entrepreneurs, want to start businesses during the pandemic, and the benefits of it. And some people also talk about generational wealth.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now, so it sounds like the criteria is they have to start the business in the pandemic.
you had to have started your business
Yeah,
during
it's
the
a new,
pandemic.
so it's a new business.
Hmm.
Or maybe they made a pivot. Maybe they had to redirect because of the pandemic. Is that is that fair to say? That could be somebody who may have had a business previously, and maybe they had to redirect or repivot, or do they have to
Well,
start fresh to show folks on
well,
people who start
like,
new businesses?
yeah. So if you started a business during the pandemic, yes. If you had a previous business and whatever happened to it. And if you restarted it, I would take that
Okay.
because you learned something, you have something to give people, some information to give someone to help them out and to share. And that would
So
be perfect.
so are they all Detroiters or
No,
okay? They can
excuse
be
me. No,
yeah.
no,
Okay, so I
not
have to
all
be Detroiter.
Detroiters. It all depends on the person. I have people live in Rochester, Berkeley. I got one person, Georgia, New York, Florida, and Detroit area. It all depends on the person. You don't have to live here. And I got, of course, another person I interviewed, and she's in North Carolina. And she just happened to be in Detroit, and so I had to jump on it and interview her. And that's a whole story in itself on how we got the interview done. Because the original location, that was a problem. The second location, that was a problem. The third location, it worked out beautiful.
That's awesome. That's
Mm-hmm.
awesome. Okay, so that's great. I was looking at your pilot episode today as I
Oh,
was
you
prepping
did?
for the interview, so that was
What did you
interesting.
think?
It looks like you. Now I don't know if that. Were you on your front porch doing a kind of like an introduction of yourself?
Yes.
I didn't know if that was your home or a neighborhood you selected, or so I
Um,
noticed that you were outside and
I was outside.
people was out.
And
People
yeah,
was
you like the flowers and
yes,
the
yes,
grass.
yeah,
That was in Detroit. That was in
yes.
Wayne State University area. where I
Area.
was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So yes, good so far. Good so far.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
congratulations and wishing
Thank
you
you.
much success. I'm pretty
Thank you.
sure
Thank you.
you have some exciting things coming up with that. Now I want to